And our conversation today: how long should one take after a divorce or a breakup before dating again? I'm not talking about situationships. I know how Kenyans have a saying, kuoga na kurudi soko. Those are for situationships. Senior, I'm talking about a relationship. Liani, you were with someone for 5 years plus, 10 years plus. You probably were cohabiting. You probably had children, maybe not, but a serious relationship. Senior, how long? Because there's a difference between rebounding and being ready. I know it gets lonely. Forget even about the physical urges. It's nice to text someone and talk about nothing, and someone who makes you smile, of the other gender, that you can share some conversation with and make light of problems and life in general. Please don't tell me you can do that with anyone. You know what I'm saying. If you're an adult and we're talking, I know there's no timeline, and there's nothing like one size fits all solution. I don't believe in those. I believe everything is tailor made to an individual. But you have to make sure that you've healed before rushing to another relationship. I think the longer you stay single after a relationship, the better for you, and not for any other reason but to work on yourself, because you have to apportion yourself blame, or rather you have to figure out what part you played in the other relationship, your previous relationship not working out, right? And once you have identified what you were doing wrong, then you have to figure it out and try and fix you before now you can approach somebody else to be in a relationship. Otherwise, you're just going to be circling a mountain, and then you're going to arrive at the same place, talking about all men are trash, right? And you are the problem. Most times we are, and we can't admit it to ourselves. So you need to make sure that you've healed. You're not angry, because there's people who have healed but you're still angry. That's when you'll find you're drawing a lot of comparison between any potential and your ex, wife, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend, and then you have to make sure that you are emotionally available. Can you trust again after the healing? Can you trust again? Are you so far gone that you won't give anything, the chance of day? Because there's very many people who are not necessarily angry or bitter, or jaded, but they're not positively geared towards seeing a relationship thrive. They just think, they've just decided that love is the problem. Or maybe you think that you are not entitled to love, or you can't get love again. You can't find love again, because you know how we like to tell ourselves, oh, I'm 46. And I was watching, watching a video on Instagram yesterday by one of you remember Tia and Sister on KTN, Tia and Tamara. So one of the twins is divorced and she's 46, and she was saying, people put you in a box. You're 46, you are a mother of 2, and you're divorced. Who is going to love you again? Like you are broken, like there's something now wrong with you, like you come with excess baggage. So you have to heal all those parts of you to know that you're a whole person first of all, before being somebody else's girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, partner in general. And then you have to love and enjoy some alone time as well. There's people who do not take gaps in between relationships. In fact, if you sit down with them and you draw up a timeline, you're like, hey, your relationships have been overlapping all your life. The one is fizzling off, and as the other one is in full gear. And you take some time off. Let yourself, your mind, your emotions, your body breathe. Before you jump into another thing. Like there's no rush. Like the point is to have a healthy relationship, not how fast you can get into another one. There's no one who's keeping score. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents. I can't wait to hear from you. I'm reading some of your comments and I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm shook. It's Monday and it's hella cold, but thank you for warming me up with your fiery comments. And on today's conversation, my name is Yolanda Mulwa, by the way. I keep you company every mid-morning on Sugar and Spice. A little sweet, a little spicy, we call it. And yes, so here goes nothing. We asked you a few moments ago, how long should one take after a divorce or breakup before dating again? How long should one take after a divorce or breakup before dating again? And the number to send me your messages on is 40127, toll free. And also you can at me on socials at SpiceFM KE. And myself at Yolanda Mulwa. And this is what you had to say. I can't even believe it sometimes. Humphrey Asuma says, we always have a replacement at hand. So immediately after breakup, your replacement takes the stage. Stima ikienda tunawasha generator. Hey, my God. So much for sentimental attachment. And we've been together for 10 years. And nikuaga na kurudi soko. What around town, there isn't a specific timeline for one to move on. I say take your time, get it all out of your system, then move on without baggage. I love that message. Thank you so much. And the conversation continues on the socials. And you can still message me 40127. It's free of charge at SpiceFMKE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Here are more comments from you. And then we can enjoy some jams. Teddy Pendergrass and Whitney Houston, Hold Me, is coming up next.
I think they should move on immediately. No need to stay there in that relationship. Yeah.
One should take, I'll say like a year. Like most people go through breakups differently. So most people will be like 6 months, then they go to the next relationship. Others take 1 year. Some people take 2 years to focus on themselves before settling down.
I think that for breakups, it should take less time than divorces, because with divorce, you'll find that maybe the relationship or the bond has been formed over several years. But I think 1 month is enough for the recovery period.
You can go back and find someone the moment you feel the time is right. Like, you don't need to actually, there's no time frame or like after 1 year. As long as you feel I'm ready for this, you're emotionally okay, and just go for it. Like, there's no specific time to actually be ready and put it. Hata kama ni 2 days later and you're actually okay, you go and get that guy and whatever. Yeah.
It depends on how much time you need. If it's someone like you want to get over fast, like, it depends on the person. Some of us move on quite fast, and there's others who take time to process their feelings and mourn the loss or something. So it depends on the person. So there's no specific time limit as to how much you should take to be able to move on.
Personally, I feel like there's no limit to how long someone should take to get back with another person. I feel like you should take your time, heal. You know, like, it's gradual. It's not something that you can just that can just happen like overnight. Yeah.
Okay. I think it depends na length of the relationship and the time you guys spent and how strong the bond was. So if the bond was strong, it will take longer than if it was just a casual meetup. Yeah.
For a quick healthy recovery, you have to meet your friends, your boys or your girls, na unafaa uleweshwe haraka sana with immediate effect. Ndio uweke tu kando, just in case of any drastic decision that might be made ukiwa on your own, ukiwa isolated, kwa sababu unajua it's a grieving time, so you really want to be alone. You're not fucking with anyone, so unafaa kuacha mabeshte zako wa have their way, wakupeleke pale wanakupeleka. By the time they're done, you probably won't be in a state of hata kuifikiria, and then now you can start moving on with something else. Lakini being left alone, me no na it's like suicide in itself, kwa sababu you're left there with all the bad feelings, and who knows what might happen. So post breakup nadhani unafaa kuwa fully geared towards the next one, so you need time to highlight what went wrong ama things you can't compromise on zenye ulijipata ukicompromise on the previous one before you move on to the next, so that the next one doesn't have a bad ending, or at least a better one than the last one.